Yes, yes, yes. Wherever you're watching us from, welcome to Let's Talk About Tomorrow. Today's conversation is not easy, it is uncomfortable and it's painful. For some people listening, it's deeply personal. Today, we are talking about rape and rape allegations. And I won't be doing this alone, of course. I'll be doing this with no other but my gang. No other my fight body. We're always quarreling all the time on set, and no other person but talk with C.
Hello.
How you doing
I'm on God.
now? Hopefully today we'll not go fight.
I pray we share the same ideology on this.
Hopefully. All right. So today we're talking about rape, like I said, and rape is not just a word. It is trauma. It is fear. It is silence that can last for years. For many survivors, speaking up is one of the hardest things they will ever do. Some are not believed, some are blamed, some are asked what they were, why they went there, why they didn't scream. And that pain, that disbelief can cut as deep as the assault itself. But there is another side to this conversation too, an allegation. True or false can also destroy lives. Reputation can collapse overnight. Families can suffer. Careers can end before a court ever speaks. In the age of social media, judgment often comes faster than investigation. And we'll be looking at so much more, about this rape and rape allegations. This is a very, very sensitive topic that has been trending for the past 3 days on all social media platforms. Cynthia, the whole timeline is about rape
Mm.
and rape allegations. It's about Simi. It's about big accounts. It's about Mirabel and many more cases that has happened in the past. Before we dive into, you know, this thing proper, what do you say about rape and rape allegations, especially false allegations?
Okay. Um, Rape happens. Sometimes the victims are not to be blamed. Sometimes the victims are not in the wrong. It just happens. And there is also the allegation aspect of it. Some persons are forcefully accused of rape. Meanwhile, these people actually did not commit the crime or allegations, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. Now, a lot has happened on social media, right? And before we dive into Mirabel's case, I would like to ask you a question. This is like a question even before the main, you know, topic that I want to talk about.
Okay.
How do we create a society where survivors feel safe enough to speak?
The truth is, we cannot create an ideal society that survivor will feel safe enough to speak. I speak. Let's assume I've been assaulted, raped, or and all that, and I speak out. There will always be this stupid, unfortunate, foolish person that is going to see something negative to say.
Mm.
You see a child of I think on Sunday in church, our pastors have made reference of a child of 3 days old or 7 days old. I can't. I think it's 7 days old. They were doing the naming of the child, and the uncle, the father's brother of this particular child, was sexually assaulting this child. A child that they are just doing naming for. That's like 7 days old child. So what should this child be putting on? what should be attractive to you that will make you assault this person. So sometimes people speak out, and there is always this unfortunate person that will come out and say, "Eh, what was she putting on? You guys are dressing this way. You guys are doing that. You are doing." There's always this person that will make, even if you try to build the ideal society, there will always be one bad egg. But the only thing is, sometimes we just learn to shut the negative thoughts, the negative voice, and move on. Because if you tend to dwell in that, to be very big problem. People will no longer want to speak out. People prefer to die in silence than speak out. This is just 1% of cases we've heard. There are 99 others that would rather die than speak out. Not because they don't want to speak out. First of all, the trauma attached to it. The world doesn't forget. The internet doesn't forget. I don't forget. I might forget for the main time, but the day I'm going to see your picture, it's going to pop up in my head and be like, ah, this girl was sexually assaulted or more. Things like that. So even if we try to build an ideal society, the society itself is not willing to forget. So the only thing I think we can do is shut those voices and just move on with life. Try to be happy. Try to not let the situation affect who you are. Try to just live life a day and the time at a day at a time, and the day
Yeah.
yeah. Just
One time,
do
one day
your
at a
thing.
time.
The world will not forget, but they will move past it. That's it for me.
That's a brilliant one. Now let's dive into the trending case
Yeah.
currently, which is Mirabel. It has been confirmed that it's a false allegation, although there's no face behind. It's an idea, an imagery, that she has planted on her head, and all of that. You know, there've there've been a lot of backlash. Do you understand? There have been so much that has been said. Do you think that this Mirabel's case has, in a way, affected a lot of people, you know, from speaking out?
Yeah, it has. You see, when Mirabel came outside and she said this was what happened to her, a lot of persons were trying to, you know, air their own experiences, say what has happened to them, how they've been assaulted, how they've been raped, how they've been molested. Some persons were coming out to speak up, but then everything changed. We discovered that ah, she was lying. If the person leading the protest is lying, if the person in front of the screen is lying, then every other person at the back is lying. That's how we think. That's how we reason. So Mirabel's case now is false. Anybody that is going to come outside and say this is what has happened to me, there's every tendency that none of us will believe them. Not because we do not want to believe, but because we'll be like, ah, if she could come outside and say this, what's the possibility that this person is also not lying? What's the possibility that what this person is saying is true? These are, and the bad part of everything is, even when the real victims come outside to air their opinion, air their experiences, we are not going to believe them. A lot of persons are not still going to believe them. Even with evidence, you are going to be seeing evidence, but there's a way the human mind is positioned, is structured. You'll be seeing the evidence, but there's this other part of it that'll be like, maybe it's for clout, maybe it's for followers, maybe it's for the money, it's for the fame. They will not want to, you know, believe what they are seeing because of what somebody has done, making the real victims suffer.
Now, so much has been said about female being raped, but there is less advocacy for the boy child
Yeah, true,
towards rape allegations.
true.
And just as you can have that statistics to back it up for a female, you will be surprised that so much, for the male is left unsaid. Now, why is there a gender bias towards Why is the male not having that amount of awareness as the lady?
Okay, I won't say there's gender bias. You know, oftentimes, isn't therapy.
Mm.
It's difficult for a guy. They see it as their ego being laid down. They see it as them letting themselves down. They do not want to unbottle what has been, kept in them. They just feel, um since this has happened, let's just move on with life. They just want to go past it. So that's the reason why most times attention is not really drawn to the male gender. But the truth is, in as far as this um stuff is happening to the female, we cannot shy away from it that it's also happening to the male folks. You get, this thing is happening to them. The only thing is most of them are not willing to speak out. And again, I must be truthful in this part. Sometimes we do not believe that male can be the victim.
Mm. Very, very, very,
we
very,
do, we,
very
we do
true.
not believe, the society do not believe that a male can be sexually assaulted. They feel if a case of rape happens, then it's usually the female that is the victim, forgetting most times that it doesn't always work that way. Sometimes these guys are the ones that are being victimized. These guys are the ones at the mercies of the ladies, and also them not willing to speak out. You hardly see a guy come out and say I was sexually assaulted.
I feel like, just to add to what you have said, I feel like, when it comes to the guy, it's always like a cruise. It's always that, oh, did he not enjoy it?
That's what I'm
Do
saying.
you understand?
That's where the part
Did he
of
not
they
enjoy
don't want to see
it?
their ego to go down. They'll rather play and laugh over it than go for therapy. Guys, I think guys do not want you to see them cry. They do not want you to see them emotional. So they tend to be the bigger guy. They just want to be, be the big brother, be the strong man, the mighty man, the Hercules of our time.
Mm.
Let you come and cry on my shoulder. I do not want to. That's how guys are. So most times, even when they come outside to say these things, the seriousness. Okay, take Mirabe's case for example. You see the way she came outside to speak. You will hardly find a guy with such emotion, evidence, or anything coming out to speak on this particular case. If he should come outside and speak, you will see him in comment section of other people, not him coming out on his own to say this is what happened to me. Most times guys share their own experience through people's posts. You just be like, ah, omo, no be you be the first now, you no go be the last either. That kind of thing. You don't see them coming out to say, ah, omo, so and so day, so and so time, I was sexually assaulted by this person. It's rare for you to see a guy come outside with their full chest and be like, okay, I was assaulted, I want to speak out so somebody else don't fall victim. That's my take on it.
I agree with what you just said, and, like I was saying that, for guys, the society make it more or less like cruise.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
You said something about the way Mirabel came out to talk and all of that. You would not find a guy coming out to speak in such manner.
True.
Do you understand? And I think that that goes to how, damaged deep our society is towards, these issues. Also, you find out that guys or boy, that's been raped and all of that is always maybe their aunties or their
True.
mom's friend.
Yeah.
It's always an older
close,
person.
yeah.
It's always like family, close
True.
person around that definitely, will have something to do with them and all of that. And in the boy's mind is, oh, I'm not becoming a man. Do you understand? Oh, this thing, he enjoys it, but it is trauma.
See, they don't know they are enjoying these things. Their abuser make them to realize that this is what enjoyment is. You can't tell me a child of 10 years old knows what enjoyment feels like in terms of
Sex.
bedroom activities. This when these people are abusing these kids, they start saying, ah, hope you like it. I don't know what I like. I'm just 10 years. I don't know what I enjoy. You start liking these feelings to It doesn't feel like you are licking lollipop. Doesn't feel like you are
Mm.
eating your best food. Then I start imagine the feeling I get whenever I'm licking my lollipop.
Mm.
I'm always happy when
But
I'm
Cynthia,
licking
how
lollipop.
come you are you what's going
No,
on here?
see, that's I'm trying
How
to
did
be.
you figure out that how where
I've
did you
I've
where did we
okay. I've seen cases
mm,
of sexually assaulted people that are close to me share their experience.
mm,
I've had friends that have been molested. I mean, close friends from primary school, secondary school, even in universities. I've seen people that share their experiences. You get so I'm not speaking from the place of experience. I'm speaking from a place of I've heard people's experience.
shared
Yeah.
experience, yeah.
So you see them liking these feelings to stuff like this, and over time they tend to get this consciousness that this thing you are doing to me is not bad. Is you loving me? Is you showing me care? Then you start hearing things like this is my own way of telling you that I love you. This is my own way of showing that I care for you. So these kids no longer see it as they don't know most times. If you check, okay, let's see the people that were sexually abused, sexually molested when they were kids. Is now they are knowing that what they did to them then was
Mm,
rape.
mm,
I was reading about a person online, and he said that he just got to discover that what the auntie did to him then was actually rape. This is somebody that is more than 40 years. Because they are sad, then you just see it as normal thing. You see, you hear stories of a child, you know, inserting objects into their body, and you don't know that these things are rape. These things are violation of. You don't tend to target that because you are just a kid. But when you've gotten to a certain age, you are vast in knowledge, you are exposed, then you start to see that, oh, what this person did to me was actually wrong. And the bad part of it is that you cannot now call out your abuser. Because if you should decide to call out your abuser, let's assume I was raped
mm.
and I decide to call out my abuser now, there's every possibility people will start to say I'm catching cruise, I'm trying to chase clouds, I'm looking for followers and stuff like that.
Now, I think we've talked more about rape. Now let's talk about um false, allegations of rape. Now, I was scrolling through my timeline on X and I was seeing the statistics of the amount of false allegations about this rape that has gone on social media and all of that. And I was surprised. Do you understand? And you could imagine how damaging it is. Now, there was a case of a guy who actually committed suicide. He was accused wrongly of rape, and that destabilized him. He lost, you know, a lot, his business and all that. At the end of the day, he committed suicide. And the lady in question today is working in the street of wherever she is in Nigeria, free, no charges, nothing. You've seen mean ladies, mean and vile women on X talk so much about how the only way to pay a man, for wickedness and all of that is to accuse, that particular or men of rape. You see some people advocating for such, and you just but wonder that what is going on. Why is false allegations not being prosecuted in Nigeria? Why is the social media not clamoring on false accusers? Why is it that our emotions, we as Nigerians, our emotions are easily swayed towards, oh, this person raped me, and everybody is, going straight to that. No one is thinking, oh, what if this thing is false? Nobody is holding the false accuser, accountable. What is going
Um, to me, I feel we've been too damaged to now start giving excuses for these people. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We've been too damaged. Like from every household, you can find like one person that has been molested that the people around will know about but decide to keep quiet.
Mm.
So when you tend to see things like this, we feel already too damaged to start giving excuses for these people to say what if. We are just too damaged to start giving what if. We are already in a point of, okay, I cannot speak out, someone is speaking out, let's tackle this person, let's fire this person, let's criticize this person before we start saying what if. We are willing to burn this person first before we even listen to. I feel in Nigeria we believe in mercy after death. We are ready to crucify you first before we now start, giving you grace. Meanwhile you are already damaged. We've already done what we want to do to you. So yeah, let's hear from your own partner. What really happened?
And you killed the person.
That's what we do here. And I don't blame us. We've experienced too much.
But that should not be an excuse, Cynthia.
See,
That should not be an excuse.
I'm speaking from reality. It's not an excuse, but this is reality. We are too damaged to start saying, what if this person is innocent?
I mean, and that is what has led to the backlash that Simi is getting currently. Do you understand? Simi came out, which is Simi Adekunle Gold's wife, came out and she was going, gun blazing and speaking so much, and she even made a statement that that has been trending, saying that somebody who rapes should be burnt and all of that. Do you understand? And people came out to say, okay, yes, fine. The same punishment that you give towards somebody that raped, a lady should also be passed to the false accuser. And she's, it's so crazy out there now that everybody is coming for her.
See, I feel the reason
So
why
that's why I said is an excuse. The fact that we are damaged as a society and all of that, does that mean that we've lost our sense of reasoning, of logical reasoning to actually, hear from the other side? This is something that our elders would say, what, they will always want to listen to both sides of the story before they make a conclusion. But now our social media age that we are in,
see this Simi issue, I feel the reason why Simi swung into action to this extent is because of what she might have seen or experienced. There is this anger, bitterness, fire that comes from you when you are speaking from a place of experience or encounter. There is this, I don't know how to put it. It's like, okay, I know if I fight, I know you are a good person, and someone is coming to dent your image. There is this zeal with me that we put in to make sure that whatever that person is doing does not, spoil your reputation. That is how it is. Simi went a bit too extra. I feel she also felt the person that brought out this allegation aspect was trying to divert the narrative. It could be that it's like we are saying A, you just come from nowhere and say what of Z. You are trying to divert the narrative. So that's what I'm saying. She went a bit extra. They could have just tackled what's on ground, then tackle allegation later.
Do you agree that if we are going to burn a man or a woman, as the case may be, that rapes, should we also burn a woman or a man that has falsely accused somebody?
It's even easier. For me, it's easier to forgive someone that does the crime than someone that how would I say it now?
That was falsely accused.
Yes. If you raped someone, it's easier to even forgive this person. You've raped the person, right? If they are burning you, they will burn you. Shea bone does not burn now. abi they will burn you and they will throw your bone away. But if you forcefully accuse somebody, to me, if they burn you finish, they will grind your bone, mix it with water and throw it away, so that you will not have any reason to come back to life. Forceful accusation is painful. We've seen, we grow up in houses where assemblies sometimes want to, pass the blame on us for something that we've not done. We know how painful it can be. So you just be like, hey, let me do it now so I'll know I did it. Not talk about forcefully accused of
Rape.
a crime as big as rape. So if they are burning those that did the act, that committed the crime, to me, stone them to death, burn them alive, then grind their bone.
I mean,
Their punishment should be double of whatever it is that you are giving the rapist or whoever they are. That's what I feel.
so now just to round up, how do we protect the innocent from false accusation quickly?
Can the innocent be protected? Now God they protect. But the easiest thing we can do when such informations are passed out, are placed online, I think the first thing we should do, instead of criticizing, we should seek help for these people. Instead of throwing shade, who is the boy, who's the woman, who is your father, where are you from, where are you not from? Let those in authority, our governors, our SA, our politicians, let them try, let them be our celebrities. In fact, governor is too far, they will not have our time.
I mean,
Our
all these things starts from social media.
Yes, that's what I'm
Before it
saying.
even gets to the authorities,
Our
social media have
celebrities,
started crucifying.
that's what I'm saying. Our celebrities, this information gets to our celebrities first.
Yes.
So before it gets to the higher authorities, these are celebrities. They can help these people. If Mirabe's case was handled from beginning, I feel it would have not gotten to this point.
And credit to them actually, because this one was even faster because
True.
it involved the police and all of that compared
Yeah,
to other
because
ones
do you
that
know why?
actually do not even get to the authorities.
Because of the time. This is 2026.
Mm.
Everybody is angry. Nobody wants to hear rape. Nobody wants to hear assault. The time is a big factor to it, and also the people involved. See, I think instead of Simi to have come outside to air our opinion, the first thing she would have done is reach out to this girl, tell her to go to the nearest police station, write down your statement. If they had done that before coming out to throw the first stone and all those stuff, they would have discovered that this is a lie, this is false. That's something I also admire about VDM. For him to come online and drop his 2 cents on your case, on your matter, he must have done his due diligence. He must have done research, get his facts right. If Simi had done that, this whole insult she's earning online should have been the other way around. Should have been praised. You get? So I feel instead of coming out to drop your 2 cents first, let's fight for these people. She has said that she has been
Legally,
raped.
yes.
No problem. Come,
Go through the normal process.
go to this go to the police station, drop your statement. Do you have a lawyer? No, I don't. Okay, this is a lawyer. Do these things first. If the matter is coming up, if I tell her bring your videos down first, private this video first, let's take this the legal way, so that at the end of the day you don't become the
laughing stock.
Yeah, you not even the laughing stock. You are the victim, but they don't turn it around that you no longer become the victim. Let's assume Mirabe was truly raped. Sometimes it might be that this rape issue we are talking about is it has been done since. Let's assume she was really raped as a child and she just earned the saying it now. There's no way anybody can fight for her again. There's nothing that she's going to say that is going to change the narrative of what we have about her. So if when this whole issue came out and one or two persons already helped her to be like, okay, this is not the right way to go about it, go through these routes, go like this, say it like this, private your video first, let's get this person, it would have been easier to fight for her. If you coming out and see that it's all a lie, she could have just turned it around easily, because the videos were not first of all made public for people to consume, the backlash would have been a bit reduced. Now
Hmm.
I'm even thinking of how she will live her life. How will she get job? Let's assume she was working before. There's no way I'm going to employ somebody that will just sit down and, you know, create a very vast image of somebody that looks so real. It will be difficult.
That's a lot, and that's a lot. And just to allude what you have said, actually, due diligence should be done moving forward towards any rape story
Yeah.
or whatever. I feel like we should not jump into conclusion, and we should not, social justice basically. We should just hold on and follow due diligence. And you know, today we actually agreed. I mean, we agreed. We didn't fight. And you know, this is how we're going to leave the conversation. And I just want to say this to people out there listening to us, watching us, and today's conversation reminds us of something important. These are not just stories; they are people, with real pain and real consequences. If you are a survivor listening, your voice matters, your healing matters, and you deserve to be heard with dignity. And if you are ever accused, rightly or wrongly, you also deserve, fairness and due process, just like what we have just said. Justice is not a noise. It is not hashtags. It is not social media, stunts, crews, and all of that. It is actually truth handled with care. As a society, we must learn to hold compassion and accountability at the same time, to protect the vulnerable and to respect the principle that everyone deserves a fair hearing. And this has been Let's Talk About Tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and always keep supporting and keep sharing. We love you. Bye for now.
Bye.